Well, the U.S. attack on Iran's nuclear sites over the weekend is being talked about all over the world. Earlier, I sat down with a former U.S. Air Force bomber pilot who knows what it's like to fly in combat missions. I wanted to get his take on this massive military maneuver. This is a story you'll only see right here on KSLA News 12. The U.S. airstrike on Iran's 3 nuclear sites this past weekend was carefully planned out. The surprise attack was designed to take away Iran's nuclear facilities and capabilities of making nuclear weapons. 7 B-2 American bombers made the long 37-hour round trip from the U.S. to Iran and back with one mission: to destroy the targets, and they did. Raymond Cruz served 17 years in the U.S. Air Force. He was a B-52 bomber pilot who flew in combat missions in Iraq and Afghanistan. He says Operation Midnight Hammer was a complete success.
Textbook. I mean, they had that many bombers take off. You think about it, 7 went one way, 3 went another. That's 10. We only have 19 B-2s. So that in itself is pretty impressive, because having a mission capable rate, being able to do that and not have a lot of bombers break down or whatever, I was impressed with that. Usually we sent 3 to make sure 2 got there. So sending 10 out all at once is an impressive thing, and to hit the target like they did and be able to do that undetected more or less, it's really good. A little diversion going to the west with 3 of them. I thought it was textbook. I'm proud of the whole team for putting that thing together and executing it so well.
Cruz believes this airstrike directly resulted in a ceasefire between Iran and Israel.
Oh, I think it was huge, and I think there's so much talk going about it, what the plan was or whatever, but I think it achieved the goal. It's like, look, we've taken away the reason for Israel to be all worried about Iran. Let's just take out those nuclear facilities. We hit every single one that they were worried about with massive destructive power.
Each B-2 bomber costs over $2 billion, and Cruz says this bomber was built specifically for missions like Operation Midnight Hammer.
Of course, the stealth aspect, being relatively new, but it can carry 2 of those GBUs in its bomb bays, completely undetected. I mean, it'd take a lot to be able to pick that plane out of the sky. We know that. It's got countermeasures as well. But in the B-52, a lot of that stuff's strapped externally. It makes it slower. It makes it, burn more gas and whatnot. But that's all internal on a B-2, really for the stealth aspect. But it has other benefits as well.
The U.S. Air Force Global Strike Command is headquartered at Barksdale Air Force Base. That's where the organized training and command for the B-2 bombers takes place and helped make this huge military maneuver possible.
The whole command and control for that, a lot of it initiates and is directed right here. So Barksdale is important in this whole effort, and they did a great job. You know, we think Barksdale is just the B-52s here, but it's so much more than that. You know, it's the entire global strike command, just like it sounds. So yeah, they had a big part in that. We don't know all the communications or whatnot and all the planning, but that's where it originates.
Now, President Trump says that U.S. and Iranian officials will talk next week in hopes of creating long-term peace. This despite Tehran insisting they will not give up their nuclear program.